Hey, today we're going to do another recipe from the kitchen. In fact, we're going to do another one of Grandma's recipes. We're going to do hot water cornbread or fried cornbread. I've also heard them called hoe cakes. I'm going to make it the way my grandma showed me and how she used to do it. There are, I'm sure, a lot of different ways to do this. This is what I was raised on, so this is kind of the way I like it. So that's what we got for you today, so hang tight. Okay, first thing we need is we need 2 cups of self-rising cornmeal. Now, being a good Southern boy, this is Martha White. This is kind of a Southern thing here with Martha White. That's one. Come on. It needs to be pretty fresh. This is hot rise. You don't want it oily and sticky. And you got to get the consistency right. So you want 2 full cups. And now I'm using a little bit of kosher salt, about half a teaspoon. We don't want it too salty. And then we're just going to take a fork and mix it up good. And I don't know whether you can see, but we've already started warming up the cast iron skillet. It's got about a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil in it. Now, you can use vegetable oil, and in fact I do most of the time. A lot of times Grandma used to use bacon grease, and all that was good. I just don't happen to have any right now to put in it. So as a substitute, if you're using an oil, a canola oil or olive oil or corn oil, I like to add butter, maybe half a stick in when the oil comes up to temperature, and just adding the butter for flavor, and it does make a big difference. So we're going to let that oil come up to temperature. Also, we're going to put 3 cups of water in a pot and bring it up to boiling because we want it hot. And when we get all that done, we'll come back. Okay, so while we're waiting on our water to come up to temp and the oil, I'm gonna show you another little trick that a buddy of mine, Dash, over at Steel Drum Smokers Barbecue taught me. And that is when you're frying stuff, and you're not be using your whole stove, but it seems to make a pretty good mess. But you can head that off. There's no substitute for a couple of pieces of aluminum foil. As he says, it's cheap, and it sure helps with the mess. So we're going to put a little bit of aluminum foil down. That was a trick Grandma didn't do. But it sure helps with the cleanup later. Just be sure to keep it off the eye and not melt it. And there we go. Okay, as you can see, we've added the butter. And again, that's just for flavor. You don't really need it, but I just like the way it tastes adding the butter. The water is coming up to a boil. It's time to take, and we're just going to pour this hot water just right over the top. It's almost like magic. You get it in here and stir it up. Make sure you scrape it all off the sides, and you want to get it mixed well. Now, I'm not real sure what you would call this consistency. It's a little thicker than cake batter, but once you get it mixed up, once you pour that hot water in now, you don't want to wait forever. You don't want to let this cool off, because it won't work if you don't. But we're going to take, and let's get I got a big spoon I use for this that is about that size right there. And we're just going to take and push it off. Down in this oil. You want it somewhere around the size of like a hamburger patty. You don't want to crowd them. About the same thickness as a hamburger patty also. I think we can get one more in here. Let's see. Like I said, you don't want to crowd them. You don't want to touch them. You don't want it too thick. And I've never been able to make these like Grandma. She used to make perfectly round circles, and I just haven't been able to do it. All right, we're gonna let those brown a little bit. Okay, so let's turn them over. Oh yeah. It looks a little light on one side. Just scoop up a little oil. Okay, we've got a plate with a paper towel over here. And we're going to take this first run off. Now, I can't tell you why, but the second, third, and the rest of the cakes always turn out, seems like, better than the first batch. I don't know, maybe it's because you let the batter sit a little more. I'm not sure. But not always what's the most pretty that tastes the best, that's for sure. me one thing though. Make sure these turn out good. There we go. All right. Let's let these brown. Okay. As you can see, the color has come on up about halfway or better. So let's flip them over. Oh yeah. That's looking good. Get over there. There you go. And get this one. Oh yeah. Oh, see what I mean? The second ones always turn out better than the first one. I don't know why. Okay. These are ready. Oh my goodness, they look good. Yep. Second batch is always better. All right, I'm gonna put one more little batch in here. Well, here's the results. It's good stuff. Well, here we go. Let's try a bite. Excuse me. Boy, that brings back memories. Well, there you have it. That's hot water cornbread or just fried cornbread. Now, you can make the batter a little bit thinner if you want. Make it crunchy through and through. This is good with soup. Just dip it down into soup or stews and a lot of different things. But, boy, it sure is good. Well, thanks for joining us. If you haven't already, please subscribe over on this side. We'll have another video on this side for you. Until next time, hang tight.